So I've always had the kind of dumb luck of attracting spectacularly awkward situations to myself. I have also had the ability to attract as much attention to myself in these moments as possible, which is quite a combination. Such as the time, for example, that I called the police on a cow, but that's a story for another time. Tonight I'm going to tell you the story of the time in my life where I thought that luck would change. It was the summer of my 20th year. I had my first real job, and it was downtown. Now, granted, this was downtown Tucson, Arizona, but still, I was really excited because it required a whole new wardrobe. And I showed up for my first staff meeting. I was working in the international hall. I was a resident assistant for the international students that were coming. And it was my job to get them up to speed about American culture, and I thought this was about the coolest job. And we're all settling in, and can't help but notice that the hall director has sitting on the chair next to him a stuffed animal who goes unremarked for the bulk of the meeting, but this thing is just hideously ugly. He's got one eyeball kind of hanging on by a thread. He's kind of sitting there slumped in his chair, like one leg is a little bit fallen apart. And we're trying to listen to John tell us about staff bonding and how he's really big about community building, and none of us can really take our eyes off of this thing that's sitting next to him. And finally one of us asks, who's that? And John says, oh, forgive me. Everyone, this is Harry Ball. Okay. Harry was John's idea of community building. The thing was that whoever had done the most spectacularly awkward and embarrassing, noteworthy event of the week, as juried by your peers, won Harry Ball for the week. You got to carry him with you everywhere you went. You got to take him to work. You got to take him on your rounds as you were circulating as an RA. You got to sit with him at the front desk, which is why he was sitting there at the meeting. I'm staring at this thing and I'm thinking, I'm going to win that thing every week. But then I realized, wait, no one in this room knows me. This is a new job, clean slate. They don't know me. As far as they're concerned, I'm the kind of person that would never win Harry Ball. Well, I'll tell you, that lasted one day. My first night on the job, I set fire to my bed because I was trying to iron my new wardrobe, and being a person who had never really possessed an iron, I did not also possess an ironing board, and I hadn't realized that our mattresses were covered in plastic in this dorm. The hall director came to help whoever the RA on duty was that evening deal with the fire department. Conveniently enough, it was me. And he reaches in to give me what I assume is going to be a comforting hug, but no, it's to get up in my face and tell me, Anna, you are so winning Harry Ball this week. And I did. When I brought him to the meeting next week as part of the ceremonial procession to bequeath Harry Ball to the next winner, I hear from the back my colleague Cameron, dude, I saw her feeling up a mannequin. What he had seen me doing was making a point to my friend Kara, and I still am very firmly committed to this proposition at the present time. We were in a department lingerie store, and these disembodied mannequins that sit on top of lingerie displays, why do we need these? You know, I know where underpants go. I know that my ass does not look like that in a pair of panties. But this is what Kirk saw me doing. From across the room. And I continued carrying Harry Ball with me everywhere that I went. And I continued winning this dog week after week after week. And my confidence was starting to wane, and my being able to embrace this aspect of my personality was starting to weigh a bit heavy, and I think John could tell, and he wanted to do something to make me feel good about myself. So he asked me if I wanted to lead the last orientation. This was a group of young boys from Germany, their first time in the US, and I thought, yes, I can do this. This will be great. And I did have a busy day that day, and I did have to run all over town in my un-air-conditioned Toyota Corolla. But I had bought a new blouse for the occasion, a green, I figured it was appropriate given the day, a green silk blouse, sleeveless, so that was gonna make the heat all right. I rushed into the presentation, kind of running late. Somebody looked as they were trying to catch my attention as I got up on the stage, but I've got this. I ran up, and I started presenting to these young men, welcome to the United States. It is my job to help orient you to the United States. And all I could see are these looks. And I think, well, come on, you guys, this is an adventure. You're in a new culture. I want you to seize every opportunity to take advantage of the opportunities afforded to you by its experience. I want you to approach every new encounter as a possibility of making a new friend. And I can see in the back, one of the RAs leaves. And then what's worse, brings more people in to witness my presentation. I continue and I think, wait, didn't they volunteer to be here? Wasn't this something that they chose, I'm just gonna give them the energy that they so clearly are lacking in this moment, and I'm telling them, come to all of us, we are here to help you. As you endure, every challenge, bring it to us. No challenge is too big for us. I give this rousing speech, dead silence, except for all of my colleagues in the back who are now screaming and jumping up in the air. I walk off the stage, my friend Kara comes running up to tell me that what I had done in the course of running my errands all day long was sweat the contents of my new green silk blouse into my armpits, such that I had been giving this lecture with giant green armpits. And I won Harry Ball again. And when I look back, what I remember from that experience is not so much that I am cursed with this dumb luck, but that maybe, after all, isn't life a little bit more interesting when you have a hairy ball to share it with you?